Hi, this is Dr. Gary, and welcome to our daily tune-up today. Today is the day that we're going to start working on the series that I call the 7 virus words. When I started the daily tune-ups, that was the first thing we talked about, and across the country, since the tune-ups have grown and so many people are watching, many people have heard about that, or other people have talked about it, and so many people have written me wanting me to explain that and run through that again. So we're going to start on that today, and through the next few tune-ups, we're going to talk about the 7 virus words. And the first word that we're going to talk about, and by the way I came up with this is in my PhD thesis. I had to do a study project and a theory and prove it out, and I did. And I proved it out on the word try. And we found that the word try literally is a neurological virus in our thinking process. It creates failure. It creates a presupposition that we're not going to make it. It creates a feeling of despair and unsuccess. So the word try is really a virus. And when we use that word, it does not work with our common sense, our ability, our sensibility to complete. It actually causes us to presuppose we're going to fail. In fact, if I owed you $100 and I say I'll try to pay you Friday, what do you really hear? You hear that's probably not going to happen. Or it's Thanksgiving and you have some relatives call you on the phone and say, hey, we're going to be in the Bay Area and we're going to try to come by and see you while we're there. What do you really hear, and what are the chances of that actually happening? Pretty nil. So the word try presupposes failure. When you use that word, it literally flips a trap inside your brain that has you thinking you can't do it or it's not going to happen, and there's no way to resolve it. If you have a glass on the table and I ask you to try and pick it up, one of two things are probably going to happen. You're either going to pick it up or you're not. But if I ask you to, no, you picked it up or you didn't, I want you to try to pick it up, your brain gets confused. It doesn't really know what I mean. And that's exactly what happens when you use the word try, and especially if you use it with other people. Like, I'm going to try to do better. I'm going to try to get good grades. I'm going to try to show up on time. Every time you say that, it is worthless because it presupposes you're just not going to be able to do it. The way to fix that is to start paying attention to it first of all and catch yourself saying it, and then replace it with the word attempt. When you watch sports, you never hear them talk about a field goal try. It's always a field goal attempt. So the idea is to trade the word try for attempt. And what's going to happen is your interconscious mind can grab a hold of that. It understands that at a deeper level. Some people say, well, Gary, how do you know this happens? What I ask you to do is just notice it, and you're going to notice how you feel. And anytime you can use a word and feel a certain way, that is huge real estate in our neurology. Whenever you say the word try, it doesn't feel good. And if you really start paying attention to it, you're going to see what I mean. So work on that and start paying attention to that. And tomorrow we're going to go into the second virus word. I think is what the greatest violator of keeping rapport with people there is. And that the word we're going to work on tomorrow literally makes people look at you as an enemy. So until then, I want you to work on the word try and have a good time with it. So any other questions on that, you're more than welcome to email me, and I'm happy to answer those questions. So until tomorrow, this is Dr. Gary wishing you a very pleasant, untrying day. Bye-bye.